Begin by just noticing your breath, not trying to change it, simply noticing. And as you breathe out, you might find there's a little more room in your body than there was a moment ago. Each exhale is an invitation, not a demand, just an invitation. You don't have to listen to every word I say. Some part of you will hear what it needs to hear. Your conscious mind can wander a little. That's completely fine. That's actually part of this. And I wonder if you can begin to notice the weight of your body where it meets the chair, that solidity, that contact. Maybe your shoulders can soften just a little, or maybe they're already softer than they were a moment ago. And your jaw, sometimes the jaw holds things we forget we're carrying. You can let it rest if it wants to, adding a little space between your top teeth and your bottom teeth. And at the same time, you may notice that there's a little more space between your left and right eyebrow as the muscle there softens a bit more and more. Just noticing, simply arriving. And as you settle in a little more, I wonder what it would be like if you began to gently turn your attention inward, noticing if there's a part of you that's still holding on to something that's no longer necessary or needed in this moment, right now. A part that came in carrying something from earlier today, or from earlier this week, or simply from earlier. Allow yourself to notice what's there, what's inside. Knowing that right now, you don't have to fix anything, you don't have to analyze anything. You're simply letting that part of you know that you see it. And allow yourself to explore a bit more and notice whether there's another part that's becoming more and more obvious. A part that maybe is a bit quieter usually, maybe hangs back a little bit. That part of you that already knows how to be still, to be settled, to be calm. That part that's always been there, always within your system, just waiting for a little bit of space. The space that you're giving this part of you right now. Allow yourself now to imagine a moment when your system felt just genuinely okay, secure, grounded, like you had enough of whatever you needed in that moment, where you realized that you were enough in that moment. And now this doesn't have to be a big moment in your life. Maybe it's just a specific moment when a song was playing, when the temperature outside was just right, when you were curled up in that perfect chair. Perhaps it's just that time of day that feels like it's yours. Let that memory, that image come forward and let your body begin to remember what that felt like. Notice where in your body you felt it most. Maybe warmth, maybe a kind of ease, maybe just less noise. And as you stay with that feeling right now, allow yourself to know deeply and fully that this feeling is yours. It was always yours, and it will always be yours. Right now, you're simply connecting to it even more deeply, maybe than you have in a long while. And as you rest in that place, you might begin to notice resources that are already present. Resources or strengths, qualities of yours that you know that you possess and you bring into so many moments in your life. For you, this may be steadiness, clarity. That part of you continues to show up again and again, even when it's hard. And what's so wonderful is that this part of you is something that is within you all the time. It's something that you always have with you. Yes, sometimes you may forget that it's there. And that's why experiences like this are so helpful, is this part that has been here the whole time is here for you to appreciate and feel so deeply connected, warm and calm, at ease, steady and grounded. I encourage you to take a few more moments infusing yourself with this feeling, because in a moment, you'll begin that easy and gentle process of returning back to your usual level of alertness, but not just yet. Allow yourself to take a few more big, deep breaths, with every inhale helping you feel that feeling grow and envelop your whole system more and more, until this feeling that you have connected with today becomes so big it fills your whole system with more to spare. And that little bit that is growing and growing into a lot of it and a lot of it more, this extra bit, allow yourself to gather that up. You may want to put it in the palm of your hand and close that palm. And as you're breathing out, you'll notice that there's a deep connection to this feeling that you're holding in your palm. Allow yourself to know that whenever you need, you're able to simply close your fingers over your palm and exhale deeply. And this feeling that you are holding here in your hand will begin to melt and drift and float throughout your whole system, helping you feel the way that you do now, or perhaps even more deeply calm and comfortable and grounded, steady. And you may notice in these last few moments of this wonderful experience that there's a word or a thought or a color or an image that's coming to your mind with every exhale as you're connecting even more deeply with this feeling in your palm. And if you'd like to, allow yourself to attach that word, that image, that color, that texture to this experience. And if all you have is that warm sensation within your palm, that's okay too, because you have everything that you need right now. So when you're ready, and only when you're ready, over the next moment or two, taking all the time that you need over the next moment or two, allow yourself to slowly return your awareness back to the room where you started, knowing that you have all the time that you need to have a gentle and easy and delightful process. Moving back to where you can hear the sounds in the room around you. You can feel the people around you in such a pleasant way in this wonderful, thriving community. You can feel your weight of your body in the chair. Feel your feet on the ground if they happen to be there. Allow yourself to take your time here. Everything that you're doing right now is exactly the way that you need to. You'll eventually open your eyes, maybe even give a light stretch to your muscles, reaching up to the sky if you'd like, moving your body in a way that feels good for you. Maybe ear to shoulder and ear to shoulder. That's right. Welcome back.